Yo, yo, yo. Let's go. Get shareable link here. Let's see. Stream links. Paste. Boom. All right. I'm going to do a quick top down analysis here live on stream. It looks good. All right. Weekly chart. Bullish. First pivot. Target. There. 50% of this full range. We just left it yesterday. Could retrace to that for NFP in the morning. Let's see here. 50% extended. Make that bigger. This purple line, 50% of this range. That's where we were consolidating. Breakout. It's a beautiful thing. Daily, this was 50% of the range yesterday that I called for the breakout. Where was that? Daily, that was here. From here to here. So what's this daily chart saying? Let's hide the drawings. Gapping up. It's Thursday. Let's put 3 new week opening. All right, so new day opening gaps. Stacking to the upside. Pivot there. Okay, that's the weekly one. Was this taken? I think it was barely taken yesterday. Let's see here. You have a fair value gap here. So we took, hide this again. So big gap here, consequent encroachment of this daily wick. Where is it? Consequent encroachment, daily wick to, let's go down to an hourly. Let's see here. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Market opens in 3 minutes. Let's see. All right. Bullish 925 candle. I like this. So pre-market, short entry, long. We have an upside session model, so let's write out our plan. Just edited from yesterday. We got 5-1. Thursday. Feeling a little rushed here, so not going to get too jiggy with it at the open. Let's see. Neutral to long bias upside session model. Five-minute chart. 200 period moving average here should be kind of strong. Could get a turtle suit here. Market opens in 1 minute. Let's see if we get a low risk pre-market entry on the 15-second right quick. So that is a long here. You could be long here, break even already before the market opens. Spike down underneath this main moving average. Inside up close. One more candle to go. I'm just watching to see if this Not going to get a signal here on this candle. I love taking the candle right before open if I get a clean signal. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. No signal. I love this 925 candle. A lot of times it gives me a great picture. All right, so short. All right, green to red flip. That's a short type of really aggressive open and drive short signal there. This candle goes green. The moment it turns red, you sell it. Of course, I'm not forcing any trades. I'm not even done with my trading plan. Had to take a nap this morning. Workouts catching up to me, lack of sleep catching up to me. So let's see my game plan for the day here. All right, it's Thursday before Wednesday. Let's see, max kind of visualization 14. All right, I'll let the first 15 minutes open. I'm not going to do that today because I like the turtle soup. Plan is turtle soups long, comma, or obvious breakdown from 520 SMA. Only take obvious setups correct. Short pullback from SMA, that's the one that I just called. Could possibly get another outside day. Yesterday was an expansion session. Currently we're inside of London's range. This counts as a turtle soup and we're near the 200. How much room does it have to fall? Kind of a lot. Yesterday's high here, new day opening gap here. Possible first fair value gap there. This is London's low here. Yeah, London's low there. So back to my plan. No FOMO, not in a rush. So long. Turtle soup from London lows. Asia's lows are not far behind. So we might get let's see what the data says. Thursdays, high 1. The likelihood of a L1X is almost 20%. Let's take off these filters. 15%. So we're above the new week opening gap. Yesterday was an outside day. You have low on 27%. So almost at 30%, we take out London's low first. Not far behind. And another 20% almost that we continue all the way to Asia. Trade management, stop beyond structure. I'm going to say stop dynamic to setup. Beyond structure plus 5 points on pullbacks and beyond PD arrays plus 2 points on ICT setups. Okay, that's my plan. And I'm sticking to it. Okay, plan is up. Posted Discord game plans. Posted. Actually gonna slightly switch my risk management too. I'm posted it wrong, but it's fine. Let's see. Break even at 1R. Trail truck structure at 1.5R. Almost hit 2R yesterday, and it was just kind of lame getting break even after almost having 2R. So I've hit 1.5R. I'm gonna trail, and I'm still gonna try to close at 3R. All right. So game plan Gucci. Let's see. I don't need this to be that big. Let's do this. Put that there, this there, and then game plan in the bottom corner. Nice. All right, this way I can see my plan as I go, keep myself accountable. All right. Open and wick did not take these highs. Nice liquidity up here. This is decent, right? From here all the way across there. See this too. This barely turtle soup right before the open is a huge indicator. A lot of times right before the open, it'll just barely sweep whichever direction is opposing the direction it wants to drive at open. Let's see, this has to be... So what did I say? Neutral to long bias, upside session model, turtle soups long or obvious breakdown from 520. This is the 520. But given you have this liquidity above here, I don't think I would go short in this area. Let's track the volume a bit. So 50% of this range, if it starts to hold, you're going to have some confusion here. I think we pop and take this liquidity right quick though, honestly. This buy side. Definitely confusion. 20 sloping down, 200 sloping up. So what could happen also NFP tomorrow? Not diddling in the middle. Do not diddle in the middle. So we're in the middle of London's range. Looks like we swept this. It's kind of an intermediate swing. Inside down, failing, pushing back up. Nice reversal here, 50% respected. There, 50% of this leg. 20 period based on the 2-minute moving average is a little bit of a dog too. Gotta watch this dude. Let's see. Let's anchor some VWAPs too while we're at it. 15-minute. Let's go. Anchored VWAP. Boom. Today's open and yesterday's open. $9.30. All right, way down there. We got a gap up here. I'm noticing. Should be a fairly decent draw too, above this liquidity. So I would not be surprised if we get an outside or an expansion model in the AM session, meaning we take London's lows and London's highs. Looks like we're running for the lows now. Let's see here. Where's our most recent bank level? Meaning where did they most recently agree on price? Let's see, lower, high, higher, low. Looks like they were agreeing around here, doesn't it? Let's go this swing. Let's go this swing to this swing. So low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Now let's get the high. Bouncing off yesterday's high too. So I'm starting to like the long. But I'm not going to take an aggressive reversal. I want to take something like inverted fair value gap, displacement, something with a little more confirmation. Like this, for example. These are divergences / reversals, but early longs might get smoked right here. Okay, you don't need this. This is now this. What's up? Good morning. Somebody watching a stream. How's your morning going? Well, let's see. We got 15 minutes. Just getting some trend lines on here. 1 minute. Overshot. Okay. New day opening gap. Yesterday's high. So the main level price could want to come to and consolidate until tomorrow is this 50% level. So a lot of times before news, when the market's indecisive, price will gravitate towards fair value, which is 50% of this entire range. It's the middle. So it's the middle of the bell curve to some degree. That gets the most people active. Meaning if you're way up here when news drops, the sentiment is very bullish, so the bears are chilling. It's way down here. The bulls are chilling. But right in the middle, everybody's placing their bet. Could also be that, everyone's just waiting, so price just gravitates towards the neutral point. But anyway, this is neutral. We're like close to it relative to all this, right? So like on an hourly chart, even this range, yesterday's range, plus yesterday's range plus overnight, 50% of that is pretty close. And that's also last week's high. So we have unfilled gaps, 2 of them below in that direction. We'll just have to see. Would like the market to come back up to this. Basically test 20,000 again. I'll put 20,000 on here. Let's see, 20,000 psych level. Three, let's make it dashed. Let's get the color. Something I can see better. It's freaking opacity, that's what's up. There we go. And now I can make it lighter. All right. So now, initial imbalance, staring you in the face right there. Like that. Turn off the indicator here. 50% of this swing. So I don't necessarily expect this to aggressively push above this, but this would be an inverted, and we have a long trigger here. 5 minute is putting in a reversal candle long. All right, so I think we're safe to assume a bottom here. I mean, it is tricky though. You're below the 200. You're below the downward slope in 20. Trampoline possibly right there. Because if it busts this, it's going to do it quick. Whew, this is hard. Don't want to FOMO this. I'm low-key convinced we're going up to 20,000 one more time. Especially now we swept London's lows as the turtle soup from my plan. Turtle soup from London lows. This is London lows. Just need to find an entry that isn't chasing. On the 1 minute, we're about to close above the initial imbalance, which is an inverted fair value gap. So, got to hit the button. And my order has to go beneath. So let's see, 1 minute over here on the right. Has to go beneath that by 2 points. All right, so I'm filled at 19,952. 19,952. It's terrible. Okay. That's my fill. My stop is 25.50. Okay, 1 to 1. Let's go, baby. Show them how it's done. It needs to really slice through all this. All right, and 3 to 1. Let's see here. Gonna be hard to get through this 20. I might go break even if I get a clean reversal off this 20, because that is so that's 1 to 1. This is 3 to 1. It's 3 to 1. Oh man, see, so close to 1 to 1, and I'm right getting a reversal at the 20, bro. It's very hard. I really want to protect my account right here, but I don't want to get stopped out break even against my rules. So it needs to rip through this. All right, that's 1 to 1. I'm going break even. I see it. It touched my line. It touched my line and break even. No, truly break even is the smart thing to do here, because this is the beast mode of moving averages. And we're at a trend line. If you notice, I put those trend lines on earlier. So we're at a trend line. Key moving average. Could have a strong pullback here. But like I said, I like it to take this not. Oh, okay. Trailing is, where's 1.5? I can trail when we get to 1.5. Meaning I can pay myself. 1.5 is 978. Wait, no. 1.5 is 991. Which is nicely lining up with the liquidity I think we're going to hit. Oh man. In Q, I feel like it's going to do something dirty here. The momentum's dying out. We're at the 200 based off the 2 period. Yeah. Discipline and rules, though. My plan. I'm following my plan. I'm break even. I'm either getting paid here or I'm not. It's all good. No risk. Only got one contract on too. If I get a clean long trigger, should I add is the question. Come on. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice candle. Little shooter. Am I going to re-enter at 50%? Let's see. 50% is here. Come on. Come on, 20. Come on, 20, baby. Nice. Push back up. Okay. Push back up. Now, how do I feel about taking the L here? Definitely could lock in 1R. But it's the joys of trading. I was going to eat some nasty creatine. Follow my plan to a T is the win that I'm looking for. More so than whatever this... I actually have no idea what this profit's going to be if I hit it. I think it's going to be 2031. Be a little over 150, so nothing too much to write home about. But I'll take it. Holding close to these highs, bro, but just won't jump up there. Am I getting back in at 50 is the question. Oh, you dirty. Oh, you dirty for that. I want to do battle. Like, do I want to do battle here? Let's clear these drawings. Get fresh perspective. So, wicked out break even. Inside down close. That was a beautiful win though. Followed my rules to the T. Followed my plan to the T. Put myself in a position to win. Liquidity swept here. What's my plan say? Pull back from 520. Downward slope in 20. Upward slope in 200. Let's look at the 30-minute is a nice shooter. Hourly is a doji. 4 bearish. 2 bearish. 4 more indecisive a little bit. 15-minute. A little bit choppy in the range here. Bounce off this 200. Let's see. Well. VWAP 200. Inside up from the 200. Swept here. Where's 50%? Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need this. All right, we are at 50% pullback. Anchored VWAP, 200. Initial imbalance. It's a lot of confluences for a long here. But we swept London's lows. Let's see what the data says about a low to high. Only 12% of the time, 11.7% of the time will it sweep London's lows and then sweep London's highs. London's highs are, just be sure, 15-minute chart. London's highs are here. Dude, pivot machine gun, anyone? Pivot machine gun right here. Bank level, right? Remember the bank level we talked about? Initial imbalance, bank level. Breaker. Clean breaker right here. Pivot machine gun. AKA bear bull flag. But beneath the 200 though. Kind of like it along here, but what's the probability, bro, that it comes all the way back up to London's highs, or where's it trying to go is the question. Don't need that. Keep that up there for fun. Yeah, see, it's tempting to back in this 1 minute fair value gap here too. Include the volume imbalances. Excuse me. Gotta hydrate. So market tried to bounce a couple of times, but it's not. We're beneath the first opening. Initial imbalance, first fair value gap now. So is there no channels on the bottom? Super aggressive to take a long trigger here, but yeah, bro. After not catching this move, that was so close. I feel like I'm probably like thrown off a little bit if I had to guess. Even though I'm like kind of like a ninja, I just stay positive somehow. I can like tilt with a smile, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Double bottom, possibly. Will this 5-minute reversal bar hold? 5-minute reversal bar. Will the lows be protected? We didn't hit yesterday, the high of yesterday, too. So, oh, dude, and we tagged the gap. Like I said, look at this gap. These gaps are freaking serious attractors, bro. This blue line right here. I need to put on my demonstration. This. How does it work? If you hold down something, you can write. How does it work? Supposed to be able to draw with this thing. Alrighty, I'm probably gonna be calling it here soon because what's my setup? I mean, a short from here now, actually, where is it? Here.
The markets are open.
Okay, news. Forgot about that, even though the line's on my chart. Serious gap there. Possible short here because this hourly is going to be putting in a wick up, which is accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and we got the downward slope in 20 lining up with the 200.
The markets are open.
Do you know what that means? That if it really wants to break hard, this is a beautiful spot for it to do so. Look at what it did last time this happened. 5-minute chart. Last time these two moving averages touched, look where we were. Boom. And now we're breaking down. So pull back here. Boom. Just, it's all speculation. New day opening gap. We're at the high of yesterday. Five-minute chart here, bottom left. You know what I need to do? Unlink the drawings. I wish you could do that, bro. You can't unlink the drawings. Like, I don't need the drawings I put on this main chart to be over here on these higher time frame charts. Just take all the drawings off and just chill for a second. So you got 5-minute here, 15-second there, 1 minute there, inside down close on the 1 minute right here, inside down close on the 15-second right there. This is the 200 period based off of the 1 minute chart, which is another great moving average. So we're low-key kind of holding above yesterday's high for now. I don't need that anymore. Actually, first fair value gaps here, 200s here, downward slope in 20s there, 50% of the move. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. 50% of this move is also right here. Liquidity here. Short from here is really, really nice, and it's in my game plan. Downside targets. New day opening gap. I know we got all kind of inefficiencies. So it could be external to internal liquidity. Consequent encroachment of the upper wick from yesterday is a good target. 770. It's almost 150 points. Potential movement. This bank level, this yellow line. Let's see if it holds here. This is a short signal. This purple bar. It's an ugly one though. The bottom wick is higher than the top wick, so I don't like that. All right. Well, no inefficiencies on the 5-minute since we opened. This is a better short signal. Huge wick at the top, no wick at the bottom, close near the bottom. I actually like a little bit of wick at the bottom. Kind of gives the long some hope. what are you going to do about this gap? That's a clearance gap. Meaning price needs to clear this gap before we're going to go lower. Super weird directional imbalance here. From the open, from the close to the open is pretty big. All right, inside up close, that's a long trigger right in this fair value gap. Everything is making sense right now. About to turtle soup into these moving averages. Short pullback from 520 SMA. This is the 520 SMA right here. So this is basically my short, and you're getting a turtle soup, and you kind of got a bear flag right here a little bit. See, I hope it ain't going up there. So nice wick, very aggressive to enter in this wick, but you can do it. This is the most aggressive entry that I know. Above initial imbalance, 200. Let's see, we don't need. Clean my chart up a bit. These moving averages, I can truncate them. Kind of see what I'm looking at. Took out the highs, took out the lows. We're in the middle. Pushing off here. Where's my entry? I need some kind of trigger. No trigger, no trade. Super aggressive here. Touched my box perfectly there. Bank level. 50% retracement of this is an entry. Touched it there. Where would my stop have to go? Let's see. You're working with 20 points. 15-second chart. I should be able to get some kind of trigger. This could be the line that fails here. Cliffhanger. Am I being a little too picky for an entry, or do I just need to hold my nose and enter? I want a 50% retracement. Should have just entered in this wick. Pullback here was a little... Don't want a FOMO, dude. Know what I'm saying? No FOMO. So we took that. 50% retracement. Initial imbalance. Inside up. One more test here. Or no, that's it. Tempting to sell that. Tempting to sell this right there. The break of this candle. Dang, barely touched my level. I just... No trigger, no trade. What's the trigger I need to look for here? You got to reverse engineer the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Could take like an order block here. This could be like a weird type of order block entry. Initial imbalance. I could have just called it the first close below the initial imbalance. Tap the 50% perfect right there. Dude, I need to go to a 5-second chart to get an entry. That's a short trigger on the 5-second. All right, let's see. $50 respected. 50 respected. Pulling back. 50. I don't expect it to get respected that many times in a row. This bank line. So get that off here. That's lining up perfect with the bank level. Now you have a bull flag. Where is it? Patiently waiting for a trigger. No trigger, no trade. I mean, I guess it's going in my direction from the level I picked. At what point is that not a trigger? This is what makes this game so tricky. You need rules, techniques, all that good stuff. Let's see here. Volume. And you really gotta interesting channel here, right? No, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Chill out. Good girl. I will trust the initial imbalance and this bank level. And I think that's the 200 still. It's a little bit higher, but 50% there. 50% full pullback is kind of lining up with the bank level. It's at 920. This is a trampoline. So we're back at yesterday's highs, which already bounced off a couple times basically, acting like they want to fail. Algorithmic selling, super tight channel. It's popping on lower volume. Yesterday's high again. This close right here. Trying to find a way to enter this bad boy. This would have kind of been, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have happy to get an entry here, and I wouldn't mind being in the trade, but this would have been a little bit painful to sit through. All right, so am I really allowed to take a short when it's pulling back into the moving average with this much momentum? It's not that obvious. That's a short trigger, initial imbalance. Bank level, 50% retracement. I'm contemplating calling it a day, even though I'm so close to getting a setup. I'm weighing if I call it a day and I miss this trade right here, am I going to be more drove than if I wait around, take this trade, and lose? Which of those two options, like, it's based on the probability of this trade. So let's hide all drawings, line, 5-minute chart. The moving average is holding. Technically, this could have been an entry. So here we are right back at the sweet spot. But that's a lot of, well, the volume doesn't look that bad on a 5-minute. Below average, below average. I'm here, and this is a pretty key level, inflection point. Trade is in my plan. Short trigger there. Do I let it consolidate for a minute? Or do I want it to take this even? Let's see. 16 points of risk. Only thing for sale in the market is risk, so I'm just trying to buy the risk that I like. Outside down close, that's a type of reversal. Stuck between these. This is an anchored VWAP and the moving average. Oh my God, I want to take that right there. Is that a trigger though, or is that chasing? Not getting FOMO'd in here. I want one more pop up actually. Even though if it's about to go where I think it might go lower, it does not have to take this high at all. Higher lows, lower highs, that's a downtrend. So we're going to trend down. Lower highs. All right, no FOMO saving me there. Rally, base rally for a hot second. Would like to see this be a really distinct sell-off. So I'm going to take a really aggressive. Dang, I can't take less than 40 points of risk. Huh? That's what I said yesterday. Just remembering my own words. All right. This needs to just fail in a pretty obvious fashion here. Short trigger there, short trigger there. I said plus 5 points above short trigger. I'll take it. Plus 5 points above this is 59, so 64. Bro, did I enter the wrong way?
Order filled. Order filled.
That was terrible. Let's see, 69 plus 5 points. So I'm short here. $65. 65, I think. 5 points above this high. Let's see, 1-to-1. Where's my entry? 443. Let's see. Dude, terrible entry. Terrible entry. I entered the wrong direction. I haven't done that in a long time. Let's see. So 1-to-1 is need a more efficient way to do this. Let's go, baby. It should fail pretty hard here if it's going to fail. Anyway, short trigger, not the prettiest one on the 1 minute, not the prettiest one on the 15-second, but this is a short trigger. At these levels, that's not a good look, but it's fine because noise on this chart, dude. You never know what's what. Not going to overread it all. Actually, I'm going to go to a 1 minute and put it on the line chart and just chill out. This is my last trade of the day, the last one for my plan. I took it. I was here. Let's see, 5 points of cushion, baby. Is that really 5? Let me see. What's the high? High is 59.25. Okay, I'm actually at 6 points of cushion. That's fine. Whatever. Extra point. It's a little time. Space is time. More space you got, the more time you got. So we're right at the freaking moving averages converged, baby. So they're either going to fail or bust here. This is an inflection point for sure. All right, sellers, where you at? Nice, dude. That's another nice reversal here. Candle. I like to look at that on the 1 minute in the top left corner. If I can get if we can get the close lower. Take some supplements. It's going to be a beautiful day today, right? Pros trade the close. That's not looking good. That's a bullish close. All right, I'm done. GG. Both trades from my plan, probably I would have to consider the plan solid. Let's see. So turtle soup from here worked, just didn't quite hit my targets. Would have got paid 1-to-1, barely whipped out break even. This pullback might have paid me because my risk would have been small, so I probably would hit my target in terms of RR. And this trade with this momentum in the middle of the range was kind of low probability, but I felt like I had to take it because I was right here. It was in my plan, about to call it a day, but wouldn't have took it, and it would have ran, and I would have had to watch it run all day without me. I'd have been drove. So that is a better outcome than the small risk that I took. And on that note, I'm going to journal these couple trades and have a great day. All right. Peace out.